you have, at this point, done some analysis towards setting your goal. You've established the goal itself, and you've documented it in a format that's specific, important, and measurable, and you've aligned it with your institutional goal. Now what? What's missing from this path? What do you do next? Cameron, what would you do?
Department goal.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, you'd do this with your department goal.
Then you set the individual goal.
You'd set the individual goals. You're exactly right, and that's where I'm going with this. Thank you, Cameron. I picked on you. You're a good trooper. We want to communicate with our employees so that they can set their individual goals. We want employees to know, where are they going with this goal-setting process? Where is the department going? Even if we didn't have employees setting their own goals, what's your priority as a leader? So who do you want to communicate with? Make sure that you're communicating with your leaders. Executive leadership wants to know what each department is focusing on. All of your department employees. And that can be tough because I recognize most departments, very few, have any meetings where everyone's in the same room. But think about different avenues. Posting it on your InfoScope site somewhere. Sending that link out to the group. Presenting these department goals at any meetings that you might have. What I'll do when I email you that goal development sheet is I'll also email you a PowerPoint slide deck that we've been distributing to leaders that they can use to present the Emerge initiative and their department goals to the employees. Any relevant stakeholders? Is there anyone else that has a hand in wanting to know where your department is going, what goals are set? And then, of course, let the Office of Human Resources know at some point. We have consultants that are assigned to you. Let us know where you're heading with that, and we'd be happy to help support you. As Cameron mentioned, then we want to have employees align and set their goals. I've got a little comic strip here on this piece of it. So this is goal setting gone awry here. We've got employees that are going to write their extra bonus into finding bugs in the system by creating bugs. The reason I throw that up there is it's not always going to be easy, simple. It seems pretty easy when we package it up in this nice, little sample, but you'll have employees that maybe just don't quite understand where we're going with this, or maybe their intentions aren't so mutually beneficial. We have a course on employee goal setting. We have a course on career discussions. We have consultants and training courses here at the college on difficult situations. Has anyone ever taken Crucial Conversations? Okay, Jean has. It's a great course. It's a considerable time commitment, but it's not a one fix. It's learning a whole set of skills for holding difficult conversations. They're helpful everywhere, not just at work, but I probably use it in my marriage more than anywhere. So so there's a whole set of resources out there. There's the Emerge website. If you need any help, you have consultants assigned to each department that are happy to partner with you. You're not alone in this, but I am going to talk a little bit about partnering with your leaders, your employees, to set goals, just to give you some tools to walk out of here with today. So what I want to point out first is the answer to the question, who's best suited to set a goal? The employee or the leader? And we're talking about employee goals here. Well, it depends. There may be situations in which a leader wants to set a goal for an employee or a set of employees. Kamara mentioned earlier the increasing of avatar scores and how everyone could maybe do that by reducing the time to see next patient. So a leader may set a goal that spans a group of employees and assign that to them to work on. On the flip side, employees can set goals for themselves that they will then submit to the leader to review and make sure that they're mutually beneficial. It can go either way, and the system will support that. Just to bring this to life in an example here. So here we have a leader who's going to decrease patient wait times by 3%, and they're aiming to increase their patient satisfaction scores. So they have set one goal for four separate employees to reduce check-in time by 1 minute by December 1st. The leader is assigning those goals to those 4 employees. Now, the system will support that, but I don't want the system to be a substitute for that conversation. We would certainly encourage that leaders are talking with employees about this as it's happening. It's just not an alert that pops up in their mailbox one day saying, here's what you're going to be working on. But the system will support you, and that can be a really nice way to get everyone rowing in the same direction. On the flip side, and you may have a combination of these two, employees can set their own goals. They will still align with department goals, These will still align with department goals, but this one may choose to learn how to do purchase orders to back up the office assistant. This one may be securing more grant funding. This one may be sharpening pencils 10 times faster. I don't know, but each employee could set their own and submit to you for review. Make sense? Good. Okay. So employees have set their goals, you have your department goals. This is true for both, but we're really talking about department goals here today. It's important that you regularly review your goals. Make it an intentional point of regularly reviewing your goals. You may want to set a tickler, a topic at your leadership team meetings where you review these goals. You need to make sure that they're still fresh and relevant. And equally as important is that you're keeping these in front of your employees. You've probably had this experience yourself. You have a leader tell you one day that this is a priority, but you never hear about it again. And so eventually you just come to realize that wasn't really a priority. It was more just kind of an exercise in good leadership. They set a goal, but nothing ever came of it. We need to keep it in front of our employees and keep it fresh so it's still relevant. If changes happen, feel free to make those changes to your goal. We don't want people rowing in the wrong direction, but then communicate that to your employees so that they know how to adjust their goals as needed as well. Monitor your progress. That's why we talked about making it measurable. As Kamara said, what gets measured gets done. So monitor your progress. Make sure that you're actually meeting some of those benchmarks you may have set in an action plan or in conversations with your leadership group. And review who's doing what by when. Make sure that everyone's still accountable for achieving that goal. And don't hesitate to make adjustments. And last but certainly not least, don't forget to celebrate and reward. Not just when the goal is completed, but those milestones along the way. That's a great way to keep it fresh in front of people and to keep it exciting. Make it feel like it matters to you and it's important to them. And their efforts are appreciated, which is really key. So, what we've done here today is we've strategized the direction we're going. Kamara introduced us to simple goals and talked to us about the method MCW has chosen for making sure that goals are specific, important, and measurable. We've talked about alignment with the institutional goals, communicating with employees, and then monitoring for progress and continued relevance. Any questions or thoughts, any feedback, concerns? Parts that seem hazy or difficult? Lisa?
The training for employees, how long is it and how often will it be offered?
Okay, so
Goal setting.
Sure. So the question from Lisa is training for employees, how long is it? How often will it be offered? It's going to be via podcast, available on the Emerge website. So it will be broken down into smaller segments that they could complete in 10, at most 15 minutes. We're trying not to go any longer than that so that they can do it just in time, as needed, and again throughout the year without you having to take any big time commitment away from the lab or the clinic or what it might be. The same is true for career discussions. We're also podcasting the employee's role in those career discussions, which are a best practice, not a mandatory part of the Emerge process, but certainly it's natural that would come up when people are setting goals. Good question. Any others that I can answer for you right now? Well, thank you very much. Oh, okay. Thank you very much. There is an eval form in your packet. If you would give us feedback, we have more of these sessions coming, and we'd love to incorporate any recommendations you have. So thank you.